What is up, Fence fam? Joe Everest, the fence expert. Welcome to another hot take clip, a short clip of a recent live Q&A on my main YouTube channel. For more information on my main channel, as well as exactly the content this clip was pulled from, check out the description below. Matthew Smith, Undercover, how much experience does someone need to build a good fence? That's going to vary. So you don't measure experience as a measure of time, right? Or in terms of measures of time. So it's not to say, well, after X years, someone has enough experience, or after X hours, whatever. So really, and this is one thing we're developing. So this is a great talking point. Is we're coming out with, and this is actually something my dad is spearheading. So it's a great idea, and I'm glad we're doing it. Creating a checklist of sorts. So that. And the check marks are milestones of experience, right? So if you can completely lay a fence out with no help and have it be right, we're going to double check this. But if you can lay it out by yourself without additional help, check mark, right? So if you can lay it out and drill the holes and everything ends up in the right place, check mark. If you can then set those posts correctly without help, without anything else, check mark. If you can stringer the entire job by yourself. So that means lay out terrain, lay out everything, check mark. If you can nail this job, you get the point, check marks. And after so many check marks, you're elevated in position. Really, the key thing here for the guys and gals is you got to raise and pay, right? So each check mark equates to a unit of pay. It does a couple things. One, it lets them know what they need to do to get a raise effectively, right? And it also provides raises throughout the year. So we're not doing annual reviews with a raise once a year. If you really are on the ball and you're really focused on improving yourself, you could get 6, 7, 8, 10 raises in a year, right? So if you're completely green with no experience, you can start checking these things off by yourself. For us too, is can you drive a truck with the trailer? Now we're going to have to implement our own little driving tests here, right? But check mark, right? Can you run the equipment without supervision? Check mark. It's these sort of things. So how much experience does someone need to build a good fence? I don't know that there's a good unit of measure. I've seen guys come in with us that after 6 months, they could build a great fence because they just dove headfirst into it. They were great learners. They showed up expecting to learn. That's important. I've seen guys, with several years of experience who still needed a little bit of help for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't throw themselves into the work that much or as much as the 6-month person, or maybe they just weren't interested. That's legitimate and that's okay, right? So it's not like we could say it used to be 2 years was the mile marker here, right? It used to be we'd say must have 2 years experience to be considered for a foreman position. We call them crew chiefs now. That's not really the thing. So, and I understand, Matthew, that this doesn't really answer your question that much, but it's really going to be more of a skill set evaluation than it is a time evaluation or a previous experience